Good evening and welcome to Tatum Park here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi for another exciting Saturday night of HFC soccer. The Storm taking on the LA Crew Rush, the two teams at the top of the table in the Gulf Coast Division standings. And so it's HFC that not only needs a win, but they need a big win tonight if they're going to overtake the LA Crew Rush for a division championship. But HFC, they've opted out of the postseason, so it will be the Rush that are representing the Gulf Coast Division in the Wpsl postseason. When you look at some of the stars in this match tonight, we look no further than Kendall Terrell, the forward who could quite possibly, and I would say probably, playing her final game in a Storm uniform, taking on a Rush team led by the star who's had 10 goals this year in Salma Elheimer. Elheimer and Terrell have combined for 17 goals. Elheimer with 10 goals for the Rush, and Terrell with 7 goals for the Storm.
LA Crew Rush, number 1. And Andy Hughes. Number 11, Kate Gilreath. Number 12, Keely McLeod. Number 14, Haley Waterhouse. Number 16, Salma Elheimer. Number 19, Sarah Portis. And number 20, Amelia Mitchuk. Head coach of LA Crew Rush is John Plumbar. And now, here's the starting lineup for your HFC Storm. Starting in goal, number 1, Sarah Kate Jeffcoats. Number 3, Addison Siders. Number 4, Argentina Estrada. Number 5, Sabrina Ramos Camara. Number 7, Natalie Bello. Number 9, Kendall Terrell. Number 11, Kerrigan Giles. Number 15, Olivia Casal. Number 17, Ella Jeffcoat. Number 18, Shaylin Quick. And number 19, Christina Salmon. Head coach of your Storm is Tom Siders. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and remove your hats as we proudly salute the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome once again to Tatum Park here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, home of the Storm of the HFC, taking on the LA Crew Rush tonight. Two teams at the top of the table in the Wpsl Gulf Coast Division standings. The Rush already going to be the team representing the Gulf Coast Division in the postseason standings, taking on Division number 2 in HFC. 16 points for the LA Crew, 13 for HFC, in a match that's going to feature the two top goal scorers in the division. Salma Elheimer, 10 goals on the year. She had 2 goals in that 3-0 win for LA Crew Rush back on May 16th in Lafayette, Louisiana. And then it was Ariana Lowenstein that picked up a 90th minute goal plus 3 minutes, as it was a clean sheet for the Rush in that win. HFC got started off to an 0-2-1 start. They have reeled off 4 straight wins. They are looking to make it a handful, 5 to finish their summer here in 2025. We're happy to have you with us, as this is a HFC Storm team tonight that is going to be much more to full squad. Kendall Terrell, you see the team huddled up there just to the right of the Hub City logo. She's really firing up her team. Stormer in their home navy. It's the road white of the LA Crew Rush tonight. When you look at the entire Gulf Coast Division standings, the Crew with 16 points, HFC with 13 points. The Blues finished their 2025 summer campaign with 12 points. Shreveport finished with 9. Baton Rouge just with a solitary point, 1 win and 6 losses and a draw. So perhaps there, when I look at that, maybe perhaps 4 points for Baton Rouge on those standings that might not be fully 100% updated. But again, what matters is the top. And so for HFC to claim a division title, they would need at least 4 goals. They're -6 in terms of total goal differential, with the Crew plus 12 and the Storm plus 6. But we're not sure if that comes down to total goal differential or the goal differential in the head-to-head matchup. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter. Again, the Storm have opted out of the postseason, but they still want to finish this summer on a high note, as it will be the Rush to maneuver from left to right on your screen on a night with temperatures in the low 80s, a cool breeze, heavy rain that has been probably for an hour and a half to 2 hours, just about 5 to 10 miles to our south. And the outflow of that has made it another amazing evening. It literally feels like another fall evening in the Hub City, which is simply remarkable. And we're underway, and happy to have you with us here on a Saturday night. You heard Sean Sellers give us the starting lineups. We'll be talking about them more. Lauren Starwood in goal for the Rush. Sarah Kate Jeffcoat, haven't seen her a lot this summer. She is back in goal for HFC. As a pass taken away at the top of the box by Sabrina Ramos-Camata, who picked up a red card in that mid-May matchup there in Lafayette. It's knocked away, and it's going to be a throw-in on the far side for Christina Salmon. Or will it be? Let's see. Not going to be Salmon. It's actually going to be Argentina Estrada, who was officiating last summer. Virginia Mesa, part of the officiating crew here tonight. Pass to Terrell. Terrell trying to just chip it ahead and could not squeeze it forward. There's a number out there that I've got to get updated on my roster for HFC 13. I'll find out who that is. That is going to be Cassell. I thought so. It's knocked away and saved in. Nice play by Shaylin Quick. And HFC, a little too much mustard on that pass. That time from Kerrigan Childs, the defender. Looking for a through ball, headed away by Quick. It'll be a throw-in coming along the near touchline for the Rush.
How far are we into the game, sir? How much time we got already? Like 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Couple minutes in here to this opening half. Mike Chuck was a brief touch. Good passing at the top of the box here, being patient, trying to bend one in, and sails wide. It'll be a goal kick coming for Jeffcoat and the Storm. So 3rd minute, opening half. And a high line of defense for the Rush near takeaway. It'll be a throw-in coming now for Quick. You can hear the breeze in my mic. Pass with Terrell posted up. It's knocked away by Guillory. Pass to Mike Chuck. To the start of the pitch, was looking for McLeod, who got a touch on it. Played high, looking in, looking for the post, and Jeffcoat comes out, challenges Elheimer late. That was a really nice pass to get it to the boot of Elheimer, and then Jeffcoat closed a defender on the shoulder that time of Elheimer, who was unable to turn and really have a realistic chance of finishing here early. But the breeze picking up is going to affect some of these passes here. But again, that's just the outflow of the rain that has been south of us for about every bit of 90 minutes to 2 hours. It has made it just a beautiful evening. Lights aren't on yet. So what you're seeing on your screen will maybe even brighten up a touch in a moment. Bella was trying to control and couldn't, as Watley gets a takeaway. Possession time early, heavily in favor of the Rush. And a pass, little off the mark. Late to it was Lachele. But the Rush maintained possession. Little bump, a little push, a foul. Going to be on Addison Siders. Picked up Gatorade Player of the Year honors in the state of Mississippi in the past week. She's headed to Southern Miss. A lot of talent on this Rush team. Clayton Rush, who is running stats and doing a lot of different things, is going to be slipping me some of the little tidbits about some of these Rush players as the evening goes on. But from, obviously, Louisiana's Ragin' Cajuns there in Lafayette. You've also got an LSU flavor to this Rush team as well. And there's another errant pass, and it's Siders who briefly had a takeaway, and now Ella Jeffcoat and company are trying to kind of hit the reset button on their offense, and the Rush are keeping the pressure on here early. Moving into the 6th minute, it'll be a throw-in near the center line for the Storm of HFC. So Quick to throw in. Double teaming Terrell. She tried to head it out of a double team and right to the Rush. And they'll try to push it ahead quickly. Good defense that time by Kamada. But the Rush are still able to maintain possession. Terrell, you could hear her talking, good communication, high energy for both teams. Terrell's message was, hey, ladies, remember we're pressing here early. So both teams cranking up the defensive pressure, looking for an early goal to kind of settle into this match here, as we're almost 6 full minutes in a scoreless first half. Played over the top, looking for Cassell, and instead tracking it down is going to be Kate Guillory. Visiting with Kate, walking in tonight, and Kate was talking about just what a summer of battling the weather it has been. She's certainly right. But about a 4.5-hour trip I was able to confirm. But they were happy to be here to play on this beautiful artificial surface here at Tatum Park. Plans to build a stadium, hopefully in the very near future. As everything right now still in the infancy stage. It will be now the Rush on a throw-in. And it is Mike Chuck who had it knocked away, but was the last to touch it. Comes in on a touch by Salmon, who has it taken away in a tight space. Now the Storm will look for a little daylight with Siders. Siders, eyes up, great piece of dribbling, looking for a through ball, and it could have been a costly turnover. HFC trying to get it back. Looking up and over the top was Salmon. Fortunate that that wasn't a high kick there. Terrell avoiding contact, and the Rush get a takeaway. Good defense by Sarah Portis, the defender. Ramey Noel controlling, and a pass was off the mark, and it's Kerrigan Childs who's able to get a key takeaway for the Storm. Playing it back to Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat going to redirect. Jeffcoat keeps it low and plays it wide. And HFC not wanting to take an early unnecessary risk in this match. Scoreless into the 9th minute. Certainly not unexpected. Scoring opened up in the 18th minute. The Salma Elheimer in that first matchup. She added another goal in the 51st minute. Feels like that early on it's been the Rush that has been the team more settled in. Salmon open to the bottom. Christina wants it. But HFC being very conservative here early on. Pass too long for Terrell, leads to another turnover on the center line. Siders gets a takeaway, and now HFC trying to thread the needle on a through ball. Salmon trying to put on the afterburners, track it down. She will wide of the 18. Can she control it? It's knocked away, and will it be a corner?
Corner kick for
It's going to be a corner kick coming up for HFC, so that's how fast it can turn. And now you put the physical players like Terrell and Salmon kind of post it up inside that penalty area. It's going to be Siders. One of the best athletes on this HFC team to try to bend one in towards the net. Instead, going to play it low to Quick. Quick taps it back out to Siders. Now Siders chips it up high, looking for Terrell, and she just mishit it on the header. Great attempt, great design, and almost flawless execution that time from the Storm. As the lights come on here in Hattiesburg, and as we enter the 11th minute, after all of that possession time early for the Rush, it was HFC who had the best chance to strike first here tonight on that corner kick in the 10th minute. That just misses on the header attempt by Terrell. Quick touch back to Quick from Cassell. Good ball over the top. Natalie Bello trying to track it down. Will she get there or is she just late? She will be late, and it will be a goal kick coming up for Lauren Starwood.
Goal kick for LA Crew.
Hard to believe that here we are ending the regular season and when it just started. But just the 8 matches for the ladies. The HFC Thunder men still have 3 more home matches. They'll play at home through mid-July. Clayton and myself will be here for those. We're looking forward to bringing you those. Our next match going to be coming up on Wednesday night, July 2nd. So that'll be a lot of fun. Pass knocked away by Quick. Really good footwork to get it away from behind from Elheimer before she could really pivot and turn and work the dribble. Ella Jeffcoat wasn't happy with her touch there. Hit to the center of the pitch. McLeod had it taken away. Good play by Kamada. But another turnover right back to Mike Chuck. Mike Chuck on a clean tackle takedown by Childs. And then one-on-one in goal. Jeffcoat comes out, makes a good play, and the smart play by Quick just to knock it out. Not only that, but was able to get just enough English on it to lead to a throw-in and not a corner. That was a really nifty play by Quick that time. And disaster avoided if you're a Storm fan, because Elheimer again, essentially one-on-one with Jeffcoat, and Jeffcoat was up to the task. Terrell, great dribble into the open field. Defense is coming. She'll play wide of the dribble, looking to try to bend one in, and it was a clean knockdown on the back line. Great play by Sarah Portis. And it was one of those moments as a Storm fan that you just kind of lean up in your chair a little bit. If you're holding your phone, you hold it a little closer to your face. If you're a fan, you maybe even bump the volume up a little bit on your tablet because you know that moment is coming. And so Salmon trying to track it down, mishandled. Salmon does get the takeaway. Salmon staying on her feet. Defense collapsing. Tapped wide. Bello going to run onto it just outside the 18. Bello turns, pivots, passes back to Salmon. Salmon controlling, puts a shot on goal, but didn't get a lot on it. And an easy play for Starwood. Kind of shaken up player on the pitch here. A bit of an injury timeout. We'll be back with more play-by-play in just a moment. This is exactly what you don't want to see on a Saturday night here in the Deep South. In a scoreless first half, 18th minute, an injury in the late 16th minute. And I'm looking for a number, but I believe that's Guillory. I think that is Kate Guillory, but I'll let you know when I know definitely when she turns around and I get a number. But very gingerly coming off the pitch. Yeah, it is Guillory. And they've brought in Brinsley Picard. A lot of great young ladies participating tonight here in this match. And, of course, your allegiances fall with one of these two squads, but the last thing you want to see is injuries. Training, getting ready for their seasons. Players like Ramey Noel, the LSU Tiger, staying fit. Salma Elheimer, who is entering her senior season at McNeese. She's got 7 goals in her career for the Cowgirls. Andy Hughes, as well as Reagan Lachele, a couple of Rams for the University of Mobile. So, again, let's have no more injuries tonight. Let's have everybody stay fit for the rest of this match. Here we go. It is Starwood here in the late 19th minute. So already probably about 3 minutes of stoppage time will be added at the end of this half already, as this one played high into the night sky and saved in by Estrada. Right to the boot of Noel. Mentioned Noel as an LSU Tiger, former LSU Tiger, who had 9 goals as a defender in her LSU career. Had the most appearances at LSU all time. Here's the pass into the box. Posted up, Salmon. She'll turn. Shot is in. Bangs it in off the near post. What a physical goal by Christina Salmon. She hammers it home on a little turnaround shot in the 20th minute. So the Storm score, and it was, again, Salmon in the 20th minute.
Assist, Sabrina Ramos-Camata.
That is Sabrina Ramos-Camata who's going to get that assist. What a play by Salmon. And I'll say this, I've seen her play a lot of soccer. That's as good as I've ever seen off the boot of Salmon. So physical, so decisive. There was no hesitation. And one of the things that have been said about Salmon, and she'll admit this, she may finish a match with 2 to 3 goals, and she can add 5 or 6. And this was her dominating at the NAIA level at William Carey. Now, keep that in mind in terms of just the gaudy numbers. She led the country in goals last year in the NAIA. It could have been even more, was an All-American there at William Carey. But you see what is in her arsenal. Very impressive. Storm back in possession. Salmon taps it over the center line. Now played forward to Siders. Siders running wide, going to possess near the corner. Keep the dribble. Try to dribble it just around the defender. Trying to squeeze it out of the box of the Rush, and they will. Rush now. Great through ball. Running onto it is Lachele. Slipping down is Childs. It's going to be a goal kick for the Storm. Coming in now is going to be Sophie Vines for the LA Crew Rush.
Substitution number 2, Sophie Vines. And for number 5, Shelby Watley.
So Vines is in. Shelby Watley is out. And play commences here in the 23rd minute. Bello, not a great touch, and then a big collision. That'll be a foul. And that'll lead to a free kick coming up now for the Rush. Abby Reagan, Sunshine Little, getting set to check in for the HFC Storm. Rush going to bring in Maria Portas. Spelled Portas. I was mentioning Amelia Majczuk. Majczuk, Polish name, spelled Majtczak. Long ball towards the box, and getting onto it is Jeffcoat. Really good play. And again, Sarah Kate Jeffcoat's been really good. Very decisive, quick quick decision-making in this match so far. Has been sure-handed. And with the wind at her back, booms it away, a little over the top of the noggin of Terrell. But Salmon able to run onto it. It's knocked away. Siders with a touch back to Salmon. Salmon trying to dribble free. Mychuk challenges, and it ricochets over to Jeffcoat. Back to Quick. Quick on the dribble. Plays it through, looking for Bello. Bello's going to run out of room, can't get there. And Starwood slips out of goal to scoop it up. And a goal kick coming. Long pass. And Quick gets a takeaway for HFC. Bello late. Rush possessing. Salmon giving ground. Long pass. Good header that time by Childs. Quick plays it across the pitch to Kamada. Kamada slips it across the center line. Bello now running. A 1-0 advantage for HFC. Bello taps it wide.
It's good to have connection.
Top of the box looking for Siders. Header looking back for Siders. Ooh, big collision. No whistle. Tapped wide. Over to Noel. So as quick as the start of this match was for the Rush in terms of possession, HFC's really turned this match on its side. Mychuk shaken up, took a hard landing to the pitch, and we've got Mychuk down. So I think right now, early in this match, it's been the surface here, this artificial surface that has been beating up on the Rush. It's never a soft landing. It is a firm, fast surface here at Tatum Park.
Substitutions for LA Crew. Checking in as number 8.
Portis is in. Maria Portis. Keely McLeod is out. Told you a
number
little.
2, Abby Reagan.
And also
number 20,
Reagan
Sunshine
in.
Noel.
You have Estrada and Bello out for HFC. th minute. Probably have about 21 minutes of playing time left in this first half. We've already had about 3 minutes of stoppage. HFC looking for a crosser towards Terrell's direction, and it wasn't there. Taken away. And here come the Rush on a counter. Looking for some space to the center of the pitch, Elheimer. Elheimer with room to rumble. Trying to play one through. Dangerous play by Quick pays off. If not, would have had Lachele running on goal. Quick has looked very composed tonight for HFC. Trying to slip it through to Terrell, and pass was behind Terrell. Timing's been a little off offensively for HFC in this match. Great dribbling, pulling it back, shot right towards the hands of Jeffcoat, who keeps it out of the goal. Didn't catch it initially, but stayed with the play and is able to get the save, and a big one. She'll boom it away looking for Salmon. It's chipped into the air by Lachele. Looking for Terrell on the run. Terrell trying to get to it. She will. The shot, she mishit it. Just went, kind of hit on the top half. I'll say top half. How about top quarter of the ball there? Looked like me on the golf course sometimes. Just flat out top one. She knew it immediately. If she could have kicked herself, she would have. I would have slammed my driver, perhaps, in frustration. Coming out again, Jeffcoat, physical play, and is able to just get right on top of it and prevent any real threat for a shot. And again, Jeffcoat has been really good, fearless, decisive. And Jeffcoat booms this one away. What wind there is right now, again, that is coming where the rain was to our south and to our west, has made it a pleasant night and is aiding HFC right now. I think that win, any advantage that the Rush would get, second half it won't be there. There's a collision, inadvertent, the feet get tangled up, ball still loose, and a takedown on the opposite side of the box, and frustration play that time. Wanting the whistle. That time, that was Andy Hughes who got physical with Kamada after Hughes was on the wrong side of that.
And number 8, Taylor Griffin.
The feet getting tangled inside the penalty area. Stringfellow and Griffin, Ashton Stringfellow, Taylor Griffin checking in for the Storm, replacing Siders and replacing Olivia Cassell. 30th minute of this first half was a 20th minute goal by Christina Salmon as she posted up inside the penalty area near the right post, turned and banged it in off the inside of the near post, the left post, off the assist from Sabrina Ramos Kamada. That has HFC out to the 1-0 advantage. A whistle and a free kick. This one boomed. Jeffcoat has to come out, kind of semi-punches it away. And that is going to, it's going to be a throw-in or a corner. I'm waiting on the call.
Corner kick for LA Crew.
It is going to be a corner. First of the match. And this is going to be Mike Chuck. Amelia Mike Chuck. Mike Chuck plays it short for Noel. Noel had it knocked away. And it's picked up by Reagan. Reagan losing her footing. It goes off of Reagan. It'll be a throw-in coming now for the LA Crew Rush. Quick keeps it in play, but Rush gets the takeaway at midfield. Played wide now to Picard. Quick touch for Lachele, and coming in to take it away is Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat trying to thread the needle on a quick force to Terrell. Terrell had to be careful there not to get a push and a foul. That was really close to being really good for HFC. They have forced the issue very well at times in this match and have almost pulled one off. Now the Rush on a counter. Great dribbling by Noel. Noel, can she get there? No. It's knocked down to lead to another corner coming up now for the LA Crew Rush. You can see the wind on your screen on the flag there in that corner. Blowing right out of the west goal. And you can hear it in my crowd mic back at home. Bender, that's punched out on the goal line.
Corner kick for LA.
And it'll be another corner. It'll be a quick re-rack. Mike Chuck. Going to try to bend one in. The header, it's right in front of the goal. Jeffcoat with a great save. We have been full of superlatives for Sarah Kate so far in this match, and rightfully so. Saves the day again, quite literally. Rush, keep it in. Thread the near touchline. Mike Chuck comes all the way back to get it and slip it back, and the Rush now can operate offensively. 34th minute. 1-0 advantage for HFC.
Back in for HFC, number 3, Edison Siders.
Siders is in, and coming out and a little shaken up is Sabrina Ramos-Camara. So Siders has gotten a breather, fresh now. And a throw-in coming for the Storm. Rush quickly had the takeaway. Mike Chuck almost took a bad step. Salmon trying to get there. Was able to disrupt things enough. And we'll see. Oh, going to be a throw-in, though, coming for the Rush. Going to say off of Salmon. Throw-in's going to be coming for Brinsley Picard. Almost a nice little no-look by Mike Chuck, and it was just too strong for Lachele. Salmon tried to slip it behind herself to Terrell. Ball slips through. HFC tried to thread the needle on a redirect, and a nice takeaway. Here comes Ella Jeffcoat. Terrell wanted it to be played wide. Siders was out in open space. And that was actually Ashton Stringfellow, excuse me. Similar height. So that one goes long.
Goal kick for HFC.
So getting set to check in is going to be Ashley Manning coming into the match for the first time.
Number 17. Ashley Manning.
So Manning is in as Lachele is out. And a goal kick for the Storm as we open up the 37th minute. And a 1-0 advantage for the Hattiesburg Football Club. That pass just too strong for Christina Salmon. Salmon was expecting one right to her feet, and it didn't come.
Hey, this is Clayton Rush with Hattiesburg FC. I'm having camera problems again, and I see if y'all maybe help me walk through a couple
Salmon
figure out how to get it up. It's
pokes it away
I really don't know.
along the near touch line, enough to just disrupt any type of flow here.
Camera works for all the USL 2 games. It's just something about getting that feed over to you guys that it doesn't like, I guess.
Poked away again by Salmon.
Yeah, like I'm.
She's buying herself some time of rest. She's got a big smile on her face. Cheshire Cat grin for Christina Salmon.
Whenever we send that feed to Sports and you play through OBS, I mean, it seems like it's the exact same thing.
Knocked into the air. Salmon dribbling strong. Trying to split defenders and loses her footing and goes down.
The camera hasn't liked something that I'm doing.
Christina trying to pick her spots. Trying to conserve energy.
So I'm using OBS.
We know how
I'm using OBS.
just devastatingly talented she can be. This one knocked away again. This will lead to another throw in. Throw in along the near touch line is going to be from Brinsley Picard.
To do that at halftime instead of shutting it down in the middle of the game right now. Okay, because I mean it's there. We're just buffering a lot. It's choppy. It's in and out.
Picard's throw in knocked away by Salmon. Salmon's making life miserable on the rush to get anything even started.
Yeah, I've got it down to like 750 on the bit rates. I'm on OBS. Yep. I'm Ethernet.
This rolls right along the goal line, but stays in play and right into the hands of Sarah Kate Jeffcoat.
Connection to Ethernet is strong signal. Yeah, I can only send it one place on OBS. I think to send it two different places.
Pass going to be dribbled around the back of the defense. Now the rush looking to attack now with Elheimer. Through ball, looking for Mike Chuck. Spun away. Knocking it down, controlling is Picard. Quick steps in front of that pass. I might have just gotten her on a handball. They did. It'll be a free kick coming now for the rush.
Sure. And will it be the same RTMP? We're in the
40th minute.
40th minute, so
And probably about 8 minutes left, probably about 3 minutes of stoppage time. Right at the top of the 18. Fancy dribbling. Can't get free, and good ball to clear it out by Quick.
My name's Olivia, so I'm 13. I think he had 15 on the thing.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Wait,
yeah, Clayton that rush 3 it out.
Cassell checking back in.
Substitution.
Also
for Cruz.
checking in is going to be Argentina Estrada for the Storm. Checking in is going to be
JC Crochet.
J.C. Crochet, and now for the rush.
HFC.
Here in the final handful of minutes and
Number 7,
change
Natalie Bello, and back
of
in
half number
13,
one.
Olivia Cassell.
Obviously, the play of the first half has been offensively, it's been the goal by Salmon. Defensively, it's been the play of Sarah Kate Jeffcoat in goal for the Storm. Quick, fancy footwork. Controlling it. Trying to sneak it ahead of Terrell. Terrell trying to get there. Shewell chips it over the goal and puts it in. A splendid effort by Kendall Terrell to pull out the goalie, outrace the defender, chip it right over the top and put it into the back of the net here in the 41st minute. Tremendous. We'll find out who that assist was going to be for. But what a great ball played through to Terrell. But stealing the show, Kendall Terrell, her 8th of the year. And it's a 2-0 advantage for HFC. This is a different HFC team with Terrell and with Salmon. And those two at the top are two of the best, not only in this division,
Storm goal scored by
but
number 9.
perhaps a
Kendall
region
Terrell.
and perhaps the country. Those two are special when they're on. They can do things with the ball at their feet that not many can. This one comes up and ricochets right kind of in front of us off the table. You could hear that little bang at the bottom of your screen right under the Raising Cane's tent. Bello trying to send it the other way and can't. Now HFC will have a chance to hit the reset button.
Shutting it down at halftime, and they're sending me. They want me to send it to a different. They want me to send it to them instead of YouTube.
Okay.
Which actually has done better in the last 2 minutes. Of course. It missed the goal though.
Here's the rush.
Terrellsville? This missed all of her home game.
Two
2-0 advantage now, HFC. 41st minute goal by Kendall Terrell. She was able to stay on sides, run onto the through ball at the top of the box, draw out Lauren Starwood, who had to take a gamble. She chipped it right over the top of her outstretched arms and put it right into the center of the back of the net. And a beautiful, beautiful effort.
Clayton, we scored 5 more.
Theoretically, yes. But we already, since we already opted out.
Oh. So we'll score 6 goals just
Yeah.
because.
Yeah. Just because we can.
Rush unable to really mount an attack here over the last probably 20 minutes or so. It's been the couple of corner kicks that have been their best chances. Salmon takes a big collision. That was a big collision. And Salmon slow to her feet. Andy Hughes, very physical play. Hughes now turns and goes. Trying to slip it over to Portis. Portis gets it back on an errant play by the Storm. Elheimer dribbling, looking for some space for a crosser. Knocked away by Reagan. This will lead to another corner now.
We got corner.
Believe it is. Yes, a corner kick coming up now for the Rush. Again, we are field level. Sometimes we have a bit of an obstructed view. It'll be Mike Chuck now. There,
Storm
right of your
substitution, number
screen.
17, Ella Jeffcoat.
Jeff Coat
Corner
is
kick for LA Crew.
back in now for the Storm. Storm have to be ready. Rush trying to break the ice on scoring in this match. This one knocked down. Headed away out of the 18. Chipped back in by Mike Chuck. Kept alive on a header. Quick, knocks it down. And now finally HFC clears. Trying to run onto it is Cassell. Cassell dribbles free. Cassell now looking for some help. Dribbles to the center of the pitch on a counter here. We're in stoppage time now. 45th minute plus. Got about 3 minutes remaining. Cassell almost got to that one. It'll be a throw in coming.
Substitution for LA Crew, number 6.
Coming in is going to be
And number 9,
Audie Cruz as well as
Reagan Lachole.
Reagan Lachole back in. So stoppage time here in half number 1. Two 2-0 advantage for the home standing Storm.
Did he say how much time here?
Crosser. That one goes high and long.
Oh, I guess that's it.
And that is the end of the first half. Really good half for HFC. 20th minute goal by Christina Salmon, a 41st minute goal by Kendall Terrell. The stars for the Storm have come out to play tonight. We'll come back in a few minutes with more play-by-play coverage. We are just underway here in half number 2, a 2-0 advantage for the Storm of HFC taking on the LA Crew Rush. The LA Crew Rush going to represent the Gulf Coast Division, the WPCL playoffs, but still a chance for essentially in terms of points, co-division championship. But a 2-0 advantage could be a very, very solid finish to this 8-game summer season as a shot for Salmon is saved by Lauren Starwood. But what the Storm's trying to do is finish the summer of 2025 with 5 consecutive victories. They've got that opportunity to do so here this evening. So just underway here, second minute. Second minute here of the second half, and it's the Storm trying to regain possession. Christina Salmon and Kendall Terrell each with goals in that first half. Terrell now with 8 goals in the summer of 2025, second only to Salma Elheimer with her double-digit goals is with 10. Elheimer trying to get through all those navy blue jerseys and just runs out of real estate, and it will go out, will lead to a throw-in coming now for the Rush. Hard to believe, here we are, just 45 minutes remaining, or less rather, I should say, final half of the regular season here. And Clayton, it has certainly gone fast here in this 2025 campaign.
Yeah, hard to believe we're already at the end of June, much less the end of the WPSL season, and it's been a fun one for sure. I'd love to see the goals from Christina Salmon and Kendall Terrell today. I mean, 2 fantastic goals, 2 fantastic players, and might be the last chance we get to see them on the field together as well. So kind of surreal, yeah, about 42, 43 minutes to go, and could be it for the 2 of them here at Tatum Park.
And then to have that, and then but also to know you still got 3 men's matches left with the 2nd, the 9th, the 12th. With the USL2, the men play the longer summer season, and they get 4 more matches.
Yeah, and, you know, with how many teams they have in their division, 6 home, 6 away games, and they've played kind of the bulk of their away games already, and then, yeah, this 3-game home stretch to finish out this season for them. So a lot of soccer still in the month of July, just unfortunately not for the ladies, be all men's, but and what a fun team they've been as well in the USL too. Have made that extra leap from last year, the inaugural year. And so if they can rattle off maybe 2 out of 3 and finish towards the top of the table, going to be a really strong chance for them to come in next year and really make a splash.
Now they continue to recruit well, if you will. Yeah. Hattiesburg is a very desirable place to come and play for Coach G in that program.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't want to come spend some time in the hub city? You're an hour and a half to New Orleans, 2 hours to the beach, spend some time in the city of Jackson doing some fun things. And so, I mean, yeah, players, of course, want to come down here and play.
Cassell really battling Noel. And it will lead to a goal kick coming, though, as Noel did a good job there at the last moment just to post up and shield off Cassell from having a chance to get her foot to that ball. Going back to the men, last time I was on the call with you, it was a 90th minute +3 and a 1-0 loss in a heartbreaker to Denton. They bounced right back, though, and knocked off McKinney.
Yeah, and it was a really great game against McKinney. They had control of the game really from start to finish.
Through ball that brings Jeffco out to scoop it up there. Good effort that time by the Rush. Back to your point there, though.
But yeah, I mean, had full control of that match from start to finish, and it was just one of those where they went kind of quietly about their business. There wasn't any big splashes in the game, big moments, but just kind of throughout the match, just kind of quietly took care of business, and it was just a really well-done overall team win.
You're seeing Noelle and just her presence defensively. She is just so solid in her lower body. You cannot get around her. If she gets a hip on you and kind of gets you on her back, on her hip, you're not getting to the ball.
Yeah, Raymond Noel's a special player, and she hasn't even played at LSU in the last 2 years. And for her to be in the type of shape that she's in, the physicality that she still brings to the pitch, she's a really, really impressive player. I got a chance to call a game against LSU that Southern Miss played with Ben Milam, and she was one of the stars on the pitch back then, no question at all. She's been one of the stars on the pitch tonight. I mean, of course, Kendall Terrell, Christina Salmon have changed the game for HFC, but Raymond Noel has been a force to be reckoned with on that back line.
Is she still just in love with the game, or does she have aspirations trying to land on somewhere internationally?
No.
What are her goals? Do you know?
It's a great question. She's a local player, so it could be one of those things where she just loves, tying up the boots and playing for a summer, in her hometown. But yeah, I'm not really sure. From Karen Crow, Louisiana, Acadiana High School product. So I mean, this club and the Lafayette Youth Soccer Association is where she grew up, and so could probably just be one of those things where she just loves coming home and playing.
Bellows coming out, a little gimpy. In now is Stringfellow for the Storm on a throw-in. And the Rush get a takeaway in a favorable spot. Ball slips through, and Quick is able to clear it. Salmon trying to get there was late. That one going to pull Jeffcoat out. And again, she was right on target.
Yeah, Sarah Kate Jeffcoat's really made leaps and bounds, and just her skill level, her improvement, her awareness in front of net from last year to this year. She's made some really big strides, and she's going to have a great career ahead of her.
Again, comes out, makes the right call, gets out to it there. Jeffcoat will be heading into her freshman year at Jones College. Where do you think she could end up after Jones College, just up the road in Ellisville?
Yeah, I mean, play 2 years there and have 2 really good seasons. You're definitely going to have options coming from Jones College. Jones College is one of those perennial programs in the state of Mississippi as far as the women's junior college ranks go. So, I mean, you'll have the opportunity to get looks at schools like Mississippi College and Clinton. You'll have an opportunity to maybe even get a chance to play at William Carey down here in Hattiesburg.
No particular order, I would say it's Jones, Northwest, Holmes, and just depending on the year how those 3 shake out. Anybody else in that mix? Is there a Gulf Coast in that mix as well, depending on the year?
I know on the men's side, Gulf Coast, Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College on the men's side, really, really strong, along with Jones and Pearl River. But I'm not sure on the ladies' side how they do.
I know Holmes is very good. I know it's been an all MACCC national championship finale before. Holmes is still looking for that first national championship, but Jones is one of those programs that is super elite. They're in that top 5 conversation pretty much annually.
Yeah.
Well, she is certainly playing the part here tonight in goal.
And Jones has picked up some good international players over the years as well. Kelly Stubbington that played and won a national championship at William Carey. She came from Jones College as well. Of course, hails from the country of England originally, so Jones picks up a lot of really good local players, and then they get players from all over the world as well.
This one is booted back to Watley. High line defensively. Terrell nearly got a takeaway, a little spin move that would have had her off to the races. Rush scrambling a little bit here, trying to get reset offensively, and now wanting to work on a quick counter. Ball slips through, though, and defensively the Storm can get to it. Ooh, mishandled by the Storm. It'll be a throw-in coming now for the Rush. Jeffcoat, physical play, gets a takeaway over to Cassell. Jeffcoat gets it through to Terrell. Terrell looking for Salmon, puts it over the top. Salmon runs onto it, then lost her footing at the top of the 18. Took a hard tumble and might have caught a cramp. Salmon slowed her feet. Rush have it back, though. Looking back for Noel. Noel being in a foot race with Estrada. And a great tackle. Really solid play that time by Kerrigan Childs, a defender.
In for LA
Keely
Crew
McLeod
is
checking in.
Number 12, Keely McLeod.
Twelfth minute of half number 2 puts us in the 57th minute of this match. Great ball over the top. Crosser, and it's knocked in. Great pass. And a great finish. Nothing Jeffcoat could do. Just a great crosser. I believe that was Elheimer that put it across to Keely McLeod, who knocks it in the final seconds. Will that officially be the 57th or the 58th minute? It's going to be in the 57th minute. Yep, just the final seconds of the 57th minute to make this a 2-1 match.
LA Crew goal scored in the 57th minute by number 12, Keely
And there's
McLeod.
that 2-1 lead being the most dangerous in soccer, Josh.
You've talked about it so often.
It's back. This is the crucial moment for HFC if they can
Get an answer.
Hold off LA Crew for about 5 to 7 minutes with that burst of energy that they're going to bring that they already have brought, or can they find an answer, put it back up to 3-1 quickly?
Bounced in. That's Jeffcoat. Plays across to Estrada. Great play by Sider. Slips it through to Quick. Wide it goes to Cassell. Oh, and Cassell couldn't track it down to the corner. It'll be a goal kick coming up now for Starwood in the LA Crew rush. That was a great pass. And was I seeing it right? Was that Elheimer that had the assist, we believe, on that crosser to McLeod?
I think so. I'm going to try to get confirmation if I can, but that's who I saw.
I did not have the binoculars on it. I got the binoculars on McLeod right after it was knocked in, so we know that is the case. Here's Elheimer. Some good footwork. Good defense, though, by the Storm. Elheimer creates some space, got away with a little push off, and it's kind of knocked away by Jeffcoat, but kept in play. Mike Chuck slips it back. Long, booming shot that goes over the head of the defense. And this one, will it spin out? It will, and that'll be a goal kick coming up for the Storm.
For HFC.
This is going to be Abby Reagan checking in.
In for the Storm is number 2, Abby Reagan.
So Reagan comes in. Coming out is going to be Taylor Griffin. 2-1 advantage for the Storm. Two teams in the final match of the regular season of the Gulf Coast Division of the Wpsl, and both could finish after tonight with 16 points.
Yeah, just between that 3-0 win for LA at the beginning of the season and the goal differential, going to be tough for HFC to find whichever. Again, didn't get clarification on which one of those tiebreakers would count, but
needed one more pass to Noelle there. They didn't see her. Now Noelle trying to dribble to some space. Her shot is too strong. Was trying to stick it in the upper 90 and just got under it. You don't have many better looks than that.
Yeah, and she did really well to create that space too, Josh. Kind of created something out of nothing there. Really strong opportunity from Rami Noel. I think she's going to wish she had that one back.
What percentage out of 10 do you put that one going in? That's almost an 8 or 9 out of 10 for her, it feels like.
You would think so. You would definitely, she would definitely hope so and think so. I mean, it's definitely, it's really tough in-game situations versus practice. I mean,
sure,
the stakes are higher, the pressure's on, but yeah, that's a high percentage look for sure.
Cassell's keeping the pressure on, trying to force a mistake, and they do. That'll be a throw-in coming now for HFC. Estrada will scoot in to throw it in for the home team. It'll be a quick turnaround on Wednesday night. I don't think the forecast is great kind of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but I think it's better for kind of Wednesday, Thursday, maybe into most of the day Friday.
As long as we got the turf.
No, we will play eventually.
As long as we got the turf and no rain, we're good.
Typically by this time of night, you don't have it. So
we played one game. I think that was the Denton game, if I remember right. It was raining for a good majority of that match. Just not hard rain, not lightning. So I mean, again, you got the turf. Play when you can.
Estrada does a nice job to track that down. Siders created the space. Jeffco plays it wide. Estrada wanted it right back.
She's still got some space as well. Now she'll tuck back in. Yeah, this is such a big pitch, too. It's
Cassell gets to it, looking for the shot, and is pretty good effort.
Yeah, good chance there from Cassell. She doesn't waste any time. She puts one out in front of her and just takes a shot. I like that from Olivia Cassell, especially when you're looking for that third goal.
If it takes a bad bounce off the hands of Starwood that time, you could have had a Storm player teammate to run onto it.
No doubt about it. You had Kendall Terrell and Saman crashing into the box.
Kept alive by the rush, somehow miraculously kept in bounds. Elheimer. Crosser took a weird ricochet off of a Storm player right out in front of Jeffco, who didn't panic. And now the Storm wanting to turn it around on a counter. Cassell loses it. It's picked up by Watley. Coach John Plumbar up cheering on his team. They're right back in this match. They were the victim of two great plays by Salmon in the 20th minute and then by Terrell in the 41st minute. They come back with a McLeod goal of their own in the 57th minute, and here we are already.
Yeah, and I was, obviously at the beginning of the game trying to figure out all those technical difficulties we were working through it, but I do feel like LA started the match really well. We're in control for the first 10, 15 minutes. And then it was really that Christina Salmon goal that kind of turned the game on its head.
Yeah, they were dominating possession up until that first goal for the Storm.
And then that goal really kind of gave HFC that boost that they needed. And then from then on out, for the entirety of the the entirety of the first half after that, HFC was in full control. They were knocking passes around. They were the aggressor. They were going after every 50-50 ball. But now, I mean, one more goal here, and we're back level. LA's right back in this one.
Dribble into the 18. Bouncer at the top of the box. There's Vines with a touch. Storm on their heels. And there's one that goes into the hands of Jeffcoat from Hughes.
Tell you what, do you think there was a little bit of maybe just in the back of Andy Hughes' mind, playing for Mobile, playing against Christina Salmon a couple of times, I think there was that little bit of pent-up frustration in the back of her head after the...
There's that gear for Salmon. Salmon now trying to tap it over to Cassell. Cassell could not give it back to Christina. Now Siders, though, gets possession back for the Storm. Looking wide there for Salmon. Was there a whistle that we didn't hear there, Clayton?
I think Salmon recognized that she was offsides.
Okay.
Decided not to go for the ball to have that call, just let it roll out. Yep.
Okay, I did not see the call there.
But yeah, all kidding aside, and all due respect to the University of Mobile, been some battles between Mobile and William Carey over the years, but William Carey the last couple years obviously has been able to overcome Mobile in the regular season and in the postseason. So a little bit of pent-up aggression from Andy Hughes there on that tackle to Salmon in the first half.
It was frustration. She had gotten the legs tangled up just a moment prior, thought she should have gotten a call, perhaps a PK that didn't come. And so still physical. Here's a shot that's bending wide. But another quick, decisive strike by the Storm. That time, Ashton Stringfellow on that effort.
LA Crew substitution, number 4, Remy Noel.
So here comes Noel checking in. Ramey will replace Crochet, J.C. Crochet. All of a sudden, though, in this match, Clayton, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it kind of feels like it's getting late. There's still plenty of time left, but it just feels later in this match than it is.
Yeah, I mean, still 20 to go plus extra time, but yeah, I think if you're LA Crew, you definitely feel the minutes ticking off the clock a little bit more than HFC does, still chasing the game a little bit.
Throw in coming here for the Storm.
Really, I think HFC's done a good job of holding LA Crew off since they scored that goal. It's really kind of – they've done a good job of bringing the energy back down in this one, not letting LA Crew kind of set the tempo, and they've really done a good job of just kind of carrying on with it and starting to take care of business a little bit more here.
Were the Storm and the Thunder – was that an appropriate name or what? Here's a shot scooped up by Jeffcoat, who was right in the right spot yet again. But was that intentional, or with the summer weather, knowing it was going to be – how long have those names been there? Because they have been so appropriate the last couple of summers.
I'd have to ask Danny where that came from. I just learned today, actually, that it's from at the youth level all the way up to the amateur level. It's HFC Storm for females, HFC Thunder for all the male teams. And so I don't know, HFC rebranded from HISA, Hattiesburg Youth Soccer Association, a number of years ago. It was probably sometime during that where they felt like they needed to, name the teams as well. I have to ask Danny about that.
HFC is a much better name than HISA.
Yeah.
That's not even close.
HISA doesn't roll off the tongue as well, for sure.
No, it goes without saying. Foul. That occurs there. And it'll be a free kick coming up now for the Rush.
That to me speaks to the level of professionalism, the growth of the game, just the difference over the years of how soccer has become so much more important.
Pushing, looking for room that time and almost getting some was Lachele. And it's knocked away, last touched by the Storm. So Bello and Little will come in. Coming out is Cassell. Also coming out will be Ashton Stringfellow.
Number 8, Maria Portas.
Well, actually, a throw-in for the Storm here. I thought it was going to be a throw-in for
In for HFC, number
the Rush.
7, Natalie Bello, and number 20, Sunshine Little.
It's going to be a throw-in now. It's played by Bello. She knew it right in front of the official.
Yeah, had the space to turn and just got the ball caught underneath her feet there.
Shelby Watley on the throw-in. Little spin move by Elheimer. Has space. Heading left. HFC able to sneak in from behind and get a takeaway with Estrada. And Estrada able to bend one around 2 defenders. And then Bello trying to take it away. That one heads over towards us. It will be a throw-in coming. Let's talk about that little bender by Estrada. Little nifty work with the forward bearing down on her.
Yeah, she's really composed on the ball, doesn't get rattled very easily when there's players in her face and players crashing in on her. She does such a good job, and that was really tricky right there.
No Valau tonight. Valau is she traveling right now? Just out tonight. Hopefully no injury.
A well-deserved summer break.
Yeah. Well, she's been good this summer.
She's been so good this summer, and yeah, she's a player for William Carey. When she comes in the fall, she's going to be expected to really perform. Probably needs to be first-team All-American type player for William Carey this year.
So does Virginia Mesa. I joked with her about needing the 25 goals out of her this fall, and she said that's not enough for me. I said 35? Yeah, 35. Gave me a fist bump for 35. Okay. So she's wanting to put up. She set
Christina
lofty
Salmon-like
goals.
numbers.
Yes, exactly. That's the type of goal she set for herself. And those might have been the conversations. Of course, we're just having fun and joking around. That might have been the conversations that they've already had in player meetings with Coach Owens.
Sure, and
of what they need
she's
from her.
that type of player. I mean, she battled injuries last year, so I mean, she's definitely going to be the type of player that if she stays 100% healthy, she'll be able to score that many goals for William Carey, no doubt about it.
So you've got now Picard as well as Manning checking into this match for the Rush. I'll let you know who those substitutions
and number 17,
are coming off. Coming off is going to be Sophie Vines. Also coming off is Audie Cruz. '74th minute already in this match.
What do we got? Corner?
Corner kick for HFC.
Thank you.
So the corner coming up for the Storm.
I don't trust my eyes anymore after a couple weeks.
It is Salmon that is going to be on this corner. Salmon going to really try to bend one here. Terrell is there in front of goal. She bends it, and that one just sails wide of the far post. Great contact by Salmon.
For LA Crew.
Josh, I was wondering what that was going to do because Karen Valau's been the corner kick taker for HFC. Haven't seen Christina Salmon hit one really all year. It's really well done.
That was a great effort. I thought Terrell was going to get there, honestly, for a moment.
I was in the right spot for sure.
Goal kick here for the Rush. 75th minute. Plus whatever stoppage time is added at the end of this half. So it is getting late. 2-1 lead for your Storm. And a good takeaway, but Bello was heading the wrong way. Errant pass, and it could be a costly turnover. Here's Hughes. Hughes trying to slip it through. And good job of recovery by Bello.
Yeah, and she really just had the space in front of her, not in behind when she tried to run in behind there. Needed to check back to the ball, but she did really well to recover there. We're back and forth now.
was Waterhouse. First time we've said her name in this match. Hughes, great dribble. Gets into the space of the top left corner of the box. Puts it out in front. Knocked away by the Storm. And then cleared away near the center line. Terrell trying to get to it. And can't. Collision, though. Sacrificing the body was Ashley Manning. Manning wasn't afraid to mix it up with Terrell, who can be an intimidating force in that front line for the Storm.
Back in for LA Crew Rush, number 9.
We mentioned the Keely McLeod 57th minute goal as Reagan Lachele checks in, back in. So Lachele and Hughes, University of Mobile products, McLeod and Maria Portis, LSU Alexandria teammates. So just a extremely talented roster that's going to represent this Gulf Coast Division well in the playoffs, with HFC opting out regardless of the outcome of this game in tiebreakers. Shot knocked down. It's still loose. And back to get it is Waterhouse.
Which we'll see. I'm trying to remember if it's LSU Shreveport or LSU Alexandria that we'll have for William Carey women's home opening match. To check on that.
It's going to be neat the longer that we do this and all the different connections in this Gulf Coast Division to be able to run into these ladies and men in the fall, in the NAIA season. Such great soccer in the NAIA.
Returning for HFC is number 6, Ashton Stringfellow.
Obviously, when we say that, too, taking nothing away from the Division Ones with the Louisianas, the LSUs, the Southern Misses, and all of the world.
Sure. Yes, we've got LSU Alexandria coming to Hattiesburg August 21st, so we'll get to see McLeod and Portis not long after this season finishes up.
Crosser. HFC late to the party with Bello. She'll track it down. Tap it back to Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat gets some space. Plays it high and across the face of the goal. Nothing there. Salmon trying to head it to herself for some space. Shot, and it is saved. Oh, my, what an effort.
What a save, Josh. My goodness, what a shot from Christina Salmon. That ball had some pop behind it.
And only needed an inch to get it off as she was falling down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a Kobe Bryant fadeaway.
Yeah, just the strength and the athleticism to be able to pull that off is incredible. Just absolutely incredible.
They have put on a show for us tonight, no question. All three of the goals have been really special goals tonight. Nothing cheap. Header, another great save. Still out in front of the goal. That is back-to-back spectacular saves by Lauren Starwood.
That time from Kendall Terrell.
On the header. That was
wow,
on point. Take the tape if you're Starwood, and those two have got to be on your tape.
Yeah. Huddle highlights for days from Starwood on that one. My goodness.
Salmon plays it low, seeing if somebody could sneak one inside the left post. It's knocked out. Salmon trying to run onto it. Salmon gets some help to get it back. Taps it over to Stringfellow, who's back. To Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat knocks one right off the rear end of the defender. Now Siders. Over to Jeffcoat. Bello runs onto it. Has it knocked right back, nearly a handball. Spins it back. Boy, everything right now with HFC as Strada has her effort knocked out by Waterhouse. It'll be a throw-in coming for the Storm. And over the last about 3 minutes, it has been the Rush scrambling.
Yeah, and Estrada picked her head up and saw Kendall Terrell with a lot of space on that back post, Josh. If That one wasn't defended by LA. That one was going to have a chance of finding the head of Kendall Terrell again for another attempt. LA having to get really stuck in defensively. Flurry of just chance after chance here from HFC.
We're already in the 81st minute now. This second half has been so entertaining. This has been the fastest half of soccer for the ladies we've had all season long.
I'd absolutely agree with that.
But we have not seen anywhere near this level of soccer in a half yet this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, this is what you want. This is really what you wanted from that first match of the season if you're Hattiesburg as well. I mean, this has had everything that you could ask for, the effort, the intensity, the skill.
Estrada to Bello. Bello was looking Terrell's way, but Terrell wasn't in motion. Rush played a cross out in front of Salmon. That's Hughes with a brief touch for the Rush. Now played high over the top. Little couldn't get to it. Opportunity here. HFC in trouble, and it's in. That just set up wide open, beautiful. Little was late to the party, and Waterhouse got there, got one-on-one. Jeffcoat almost came up with an incredible save. Waterhouse too much. Ties it up at 2 here in the 82nd minute.
Yeah, just a bad ball to give away in the middle of the park, Josh. I mean, that square ball in the middle that Little's not able to keep up with, and Waterhouse did a really good job of picking it up, and she had all of the momentum going that way while HFC had all of their momentum trying to get out of the box, get the ball cleared. It's a recipe for disaster that ends up in LA Crew's favor there.
And again, it was Little who was headed the opposite direction, could not turn around and get back to it.
Haley Waterhouse.
Had been many mistakes in this match for HFC. That one, fortunately, was a glaring one, and that's what you have to do if you're the Rush in that situation.
Yeah, no, Waterhouse played it perfectly. Did exactly what she needed to do, and really was going to have the chance to dribble past the defender there because, again, they were trying to kind of get back when their direction, when their momentum was moving forward.
LA Crew substitution, number 2, Sophie Vines. Back in for HFC, number 13, Olivia Cassell.
Little coming out, Cassell coming in. How much of that was on the pass towards Little, and what could Little have done better perhaps to get back there? Little comes out. Do you think we're seeing it a little bit differently than Coach saw it there?
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit of the disconnect in the midfield there. Was that pass from Jeffcoat or Siders? I can't remember who the pass was from, but
Estrada? Was it Estrada?
it was either Siders, Kerrigan Childs, or Jeffcoat.
Okay.
And, yeah, just miscommunication in the midfield really. Little's trying to kind of get out. I think Little probably did need to check back to that ball, and that's where that pass was coming, was in the space in front of LA, not in behind. Yeah,
looking for Cassell. Cassell trying to spin it away from Noel and can't. Estrada is there, and she has been all match long. Great ball to spin it behind her. But we're seeing just the skill of Estrada there to keep it away from Elheimer. Bello splits 2 defenders. Cassell and HFC now have a real chance to counter now. Stringfellow going to get wide to the right. Play to the center of the pitch. Terrell. Terrell now wants to go. Terrell trying to get a crosser, and it's knocked away. And it's going to be a corner kick coming up for HFC. Set up well that time by the Storm.
And you see the intensity. You see the will to push her team on from Kendall Terrell there. She wants this one.
Substitution for the Storm.
She wants this one bad.
18, Shaylin Quick.
85th minute. Siders is going to be the one who gets caught on here. That will keep Salmon back at the top of the box. If you look up towards the top left corner of the box, maybe for a rebound, you put Terrell in tight. If that ball doesn't get cleared out well, could be Salmon. Head or effort for Terrell, all-out effort. Just couldn't get anything really on that.
Siders does really well to win a corner kick there again.
Just the effort of Terrell.
Yeah.
How high she got up on that effort and to track that ball down to the air.
That's what I was just about to say about her tracking that ball down and having to come back and reach for it.
That almost slipped through to Salmon. Cleared by the rush. But here it is, HFC. Trying to make it happen. Cassell, wide. Crosser, can anyone get there? No.
And what a ball there from Ella Jeffcoat out of the midfield. That was phenomenal.
Cassell gonna go high. Terrell, it's knocked down on another out of this world save by Lauren Starwood. Incredible.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Josh. Kendall Terrell could not have done that any better. What a save from Starwood there. Great cross from Cassell as well. Everything that you want from both of your players there for HFC, but my goodness, what a save.
That was literally Cassell calling for the alley-oop. And
put it right on her head.
Yeah, and literally Terrell went up to dunk it, and there was a hand between the rim and the ball and basketball to knock it out of the net. That was ridiculous. That's the one you just tip your cap to. We're 88th minute now here, so we might only have there's not a ton of stoppage time in this half, and now trying to steal it are the Rush. Couple of players getting tangled up, that being Jeffcoat getting tangled up. Rush wanted a foul call. Here comes Salmon looking for Terrell. Terrell gets taken down to the top of the 18. Officials letting him play. Stringfellow taps it back. Estrada keeping an eye on where is Noel. Looking for Salmon. Salmon not uber aggressive. Jeffcoat kicks this one out. It'll be a goal kick coming out for the Rush. And what it feels like is that with the way this match started and the way we are right now, get the feeling like the Rusher, they'd be okay with trying to steal it late, but they're okay with just getting a draw tonight, getting out of town, cleanly taking the division, not having to settle for, sharing points and winning a tiebreaker and kind of going in and out with momentum. They feel like having taken this half already 2-0 and tying this match at 2 to come out with a draw here on the road to end the regular portion of the season. Here's a long bomb from Salmon is wide. But they'd be okay with that.
Goal kick for LA Crew.
And if they do,
they almost weren't okay with that.
Yeah, no. But if they are able to, then as Jeffcoat was the star of the first half in goal, it's all Lauren Starwood here in half number 2.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And played 3 years at Louisiana Lafayette and then finished her career at Alabama State. Another player, Josh, that finished their career in 2023, hasn't played for 2 years. And she's putting on that type of performance for her team in this match in goal is incredible. Any friends or family of Lauren Starwood's listening to this, my goodness. It's been a pleasure watching her play.
Yes, it has. Just 1 minute. So we are now here in the 1 minute of stoppage time. So if anybody's going to win this match, it looks now that it's going to be the Rush. If they're the only team that really has a realistic chance.
Yeah, and hearing that over the speaker, they'll look to go to the corners now. They'll look to kind of kill this game off, try to just maintain possession, dribble the clock out essentially in a basketball term.
Long shot. Jeffcoat protecting the post. Can it be a mistake that leads to a Terrell or Salmon Hail Mary?
Have to win this ball in the air if you're HFC. Absolutely have to win this ball in the air.
To Salmon, who gets it, turns, and goes. For just a brief moment, Storm had a chance.
Yeah, pushed it too far out in front.
Noel, a little behind the back, off the back of the heel. Cross it goes now. That was Watley. They're trying to kill off the game here. Or the rush. Tremendous second half surge with the McLeod goal in the 57th minute and the Waterhouse goal in the 82nd minute. And that is the match. A 2-2 draw to end the 2025 summer for the HFC Storm. A little bit disappointing, but in a sense, the team that's going to represent the division, you went toe-to-toe with them. This was the match we talked about weeks ago. It was entertaining and then some tonight. We saw some spectacular plays from some spectacular athletes, and I think this is the type of soccer that fans of this league can come to expect in the matches, the years moving forward.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and the future's bright for HFC. There's a lot of youth on this field that wasn't on the field last year. Players like Addie Siders, Ella Jeffcoat will be back next year. You've got Sunshine Little, Olivia Cassell, Darby Ford that spent time in goal this year, still in high school, and so the future is bright for HFC, but I think you're absolutely right, Josh. For this team to go toe-to-toe with LA Crewe at the top of the table, it just shows the talent that this roster had from top to bottom. Unfortunate that they got the start to the season that they did, or else this game would have been a non-issue for HFC. They would have been in first place. They would have been top of the table. But you know, you can say this or that and what if, but at the end of the day, LA Crewe had a fantastic season and they're moving on.
14 points after an 0-2-1 start to the division. You go 4-0-1 to end after an 0-2-1 start. All in all, a lot of momentum heading in to
no
next
doubt
year.
about it, and a lot of really good players that are going to go back to their colleges fully fit, ready to go. Going to be a fun year for them, and looking forward to next summer.
We sent our best to Kate Guillory. She was banged up. She had to ice one of her legs tonight. We wanted everything to be healthy, everyone to be fit after the match. From that point on, we got our wish, and so we send everybody off about as well as you can heading into the next phase. Clayton, thanks so much. Special thanks to Sean Sellers. Special thanks to Danny Owens and the entire crew at HFC. I'm Josh West saying so long for now. Final score tonight, 2-2 between the HFC Storm and the LA Crewe Rush. Until Wednesday with some USL2, the HFC Thunder going to be in action. We'll see you next time. You've been watching